Now, listen here, son. I'm not that old. I don't think, at least. But back when I was a kid, we had this trope of the starving artist. The idea was that if anyone wanted to make a living off of their art, they were in for a rough ride. Only the truly exceptional ones, or the ones lucky enough to get noticed, were ever going to succeed. Or if you were good at art and you had connections, but that's another story. Most people understood that reality. Those with real passion and determination to excel at their craft would persevere anyway, and the ones who made it were usually able not only to provide for themselves, but to become wealthy, or at least comfortable, doing what they loved. It's a true dream come true. The same went for singers, writers, actors, animators, and so on. So, my point is this: while many people had a passion or talent for art, it was generally understood as a hobby. Those seeking to turn it into a career knew they faced a harsh, relentless, and highly competitive road ahead. Still, they pushed on, and only the best of the best enjoyed massive success. Now, flash forward to the modern internet. Go on X or whatever your favorite social media site is, Reddit, Blue Sky, you name it, and you'll see art from all over the world. People humbly, or sometimes not so humbly, putting out their own work for everyone to see. More people have access to a wider audience than ever before. It's truly a modern miracle, and it's beautiful. But here's the thing: with more artists getting exposed, the competition heats up. Artists have to be better and better just to stand out. As a result, the skill ceiling keeps rising, and what was once considered great art now just feels acceptable. People get used to high quality work and start demanding more and more. And there's no shortage of artists online. People are still chasing the dream, even though they know it's harder than ever. And hey, look at me. I'm making YouTube videos as if there weren't something like 200,000 times more creators than there was 10 years ago. I mean, that's hyperbolic, but it wouldn't surprise me if that was close or if I even undershot it. I have no expectation that I'll ever become a big YouTuber like Markiplier or PewDiePie. Times have changed, and I understand that. Yet I keep going because it's fun for me. And so far, by keeping my head down, I've made some pocket change. Like, I've actually generated wealth from my content, which is, trust me, not a lot, but it's more than zero. But realistically, when you factor in the opportunity cost, it may never be worth it financially. Look at my Mushoku Tensei video or my anime character archetype iceberg. Some of the videos I put in the most work on the main channel. Both of them took me weeks to a month to create, and neither of them broke 1,000 views. But I blame myself for that, because truthfully, I'm just not that good at making videos. So what about AI now? What is this video about? Well, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to agree with me. You don't even have to be honest with me in the comments. I'll believe you, okay? But just go ahead and pause the video right now. Pause the video, head to your favorite social media site. Again, X, Blue Sky, Reddit, you name it. And find some artists. Let's say find 10 of them. It shouldn't take long. Now, of those 10, how many of them have comms open or commissions open in big letters on the banner, pin post, bio, wherever else? I'm willing to bet most of them do. But again, I doubt you'll be fully honest with me about it, which is fine. But by now, I think you see where I'm going with this. Personally, I rarely see many artists online, at least the English-speaking corners of the internet, who just make art purely for the love of it. It's almost always tied to the hope of selling it. Sure, it may not be the main reason, and sure, they may not want to make it a career, but they are out there. And here's the real kicker. How many of those people identify as socialists or communists? I know this might sound unrelated, but I'm going somewhere with this. How many of them rant against capitalism, but then ask to get paid for their art? And hey, if someone wants you to work for them, you absolutely should get paid. Of course, a fair wage. I mean, what is this, a communist country? By the way, I consider myself a socialist, but psst, don't tell anybody. They're gonna call me right-wing in the comments. Over the last few years, the online world has been hit by the rise of generative AI. The ability to tell a computer what you want and have it spit out an image, a video, a script to your specifications. Aside from subscription services, it's mostly free. And if you have the tech knowledge or the drive to learn, you can run it on your own home PC. Of course, if you have a good graphics card, which trust me, you're going to want one of those. This is without dealing with artists, anybody online, no political nonsense, no charges, no drama, no missed deadlines, no sudden emergencies, just your image that you asked for. You asked and you received almost instantly. Now, would I call it art? I personally, no. No, I don't call AI art personally. I mean, just for, as a colloquialism, as a layman's term, but it's not really art. It's an AI computer image. I'd like to think I have an eye for distinguishing AI from real art, not just the whole six fingers thing, but I can kind of tell. But AI gets better every single day. Will it one day become indistinguishable? I don't know, probably. But the thing is, it just works. And that's where the controversy comes in. Generative AI is here, and people are using it to create images and post them online. Images, videos, script writing, you name it. And the young neo-Luddite Kaczynski youth, as I like to call them, aren't having it. The same people who laughed at plumbers, carpenters, and electricians and told them, learn to code way back 10, 15 years ago, are now mad at the people who, learned to code. Most comments under videos like this say, AI art is bad because it copies other people's work. And that's true to an extent. I have sympathy for that to an extent, because while AI does scrape the internet for training data, I would ask you, who are you with your 200 followers that the AI would even notice your art enough to copy it? I mean, seriously, right? Why wouldn't it go for someone that's got massive following or whatever? And I mean, I'm sorry if that's mean, but that's just the reality of it. And I do understand the concern to a point. It's not fair to have your work repurposed without permission. But hold on a minute. Let me ask you a question. Did you come out of the womb knowing how to draw pencil in hand, or were you taught? Did you look online for inspiration? Did you read an art book maybe? Do you sometimes study other artists' work to figure out how they draw things you don't know yet? Do you sometimes ask them? I mean, you don't have to answer me honestly again. It's rhetorical. You're probably just going to email me another unaliving threat. But why am I saying all this? Has AI paid me? Am I secretly an AI? Well, no, actually, but people have accused me of being an AI a number of times just because I don't show my face. I don't want to show my face online mostly because I'm ugly, and I like the anonymity aspect of it. I could be walking among you and you never know. Seriously. You think I'm an AI though? That's hilarious, because if I was an AI, I'd be making better content than this. Trust me. I'm making this video because this topic interests me. The AI witch hunt bugs the ever-loving shit out of me. AI fascinates me. I mean, look at this. So check this out, right? This is a simple program I made myself on my own PC. It's childish and it sucks. It's like year one of programming, but I made it. I have no experience with programming. I've had no formal schooling. I programmed it using Python and PyCharm. And you want to know how I learned? Well, I asked Grok to teach me Python. Now, I didn't ask it to generate the code and copy paste. I manually typed it and I learned, and I asked questions when I didn't understand. I had to literally do the 20 questions a day or whatever you do, and then I have to say, explain this in more detail because I didn't get it. And I have my own document of notes and things such as. But what would have cost me 6 figures and 4 years of college, I'm now learning hands-on for free. One day I hope to make my own LLM or AI programs that I can post on things like GitHub, and we'll never know. We'll see what happens. But an LLM, a language learning model, taught me this for free, what I could never afford otherwise, knowledge that I would never get on my own. I mean, sure, I could buy a programming book and sit here and learn it, but this was much, much quicker, and it was more hands-on. And it was generative AI, text generative AI. Now, I even see people online calling LLMs evil. Not just unethical, weird, or they don't like it. They say it's actually evil, as if it's from hell. Now, if they were, devout Christians, I might believe they believe what they're saying, but I honestly doubt it. So here's another question. AI is technology. So do you just hate technology in general? I mean, and that's fine. You're free to live like the Amish, purify your own water, grow and catch your own food, which I think it's a good idea. I'd recommend it if you can. But typing out a hate message to me about AI on your keyboard and smartphone is a bit of hypocrisy. Everyone is using AI to an extent. Every company is using AI. Even if they say they don't, if you believe them, I'm sorry, but you're crazy. Artists, have you ever used Photoshop? That's an unfair advantage over people who can't afford it, in my opinion. What about a drawing tablet? That's technology too. I mean, hell, come on, Adolf. My father worked in a pencil factory, now he's laid off. I'm kidding. My father died several years ago. I think 20 now, actually. And I could go on, though. I mean, the whole horse breeders hated cars, etc., argument. You get it. You've already clicked off. But let's get back to an earlier question, though. Is AI art? I mean, I still say no. But I'd also ask, are video games art? Games like The Last of Us, Ocarina of Time, Mario Galaxy. In my opinion, those video games are absolutely art. Now, go watch YouTuber Skybrows and his AI music videos. Tell me that's not art. Or check out Leaflet and her music video, Put 'em in the Box. Now, I don't agree with her politically on much, but I do like her content, especially where we do align. Now, if that's not art, now it's not the images or videos themselves I'm talking about, but I mean putting it all together, right? I don't know what is. Sure, they could have drawn, animated, composed everything by hand, but it would have taken 10,000 times the man hours, not counting the time it took to learn those skills. And if you think it's easy and anyone can do it, I dare you to do it yourself. Make a full music video using AI. When I generate images on my PC without the massive VRAM of something like Grok or ChatGPT, I only make about 10 at a time before it just gets too hot and it takes too long. It takes several minutes per batch, and sometimes it's all for nothing. None of it's usable. Now do that a couple hundred times and animate it and make your own music video. Go on, try it. It's not art what Skybrow does? Okay. Now, in my opinion, you're not mad that they didn't do it by hand. You're mad that they didn't pay you to do it by hand. They didn't commission you, again, with your 200 followers and your, ranting and raving politically on X. They didn't hire you. That's why you're upset, really. Yeah, I mean, it's not easy. Is it a million times easier than drawing or animating by hand? Absolutely. But it's still not effortless. That's even assuming you know how to set up your own local LLM or image generator, which is a pain in of itself. But once you have it running, though, it only gets better. So, I mean, you kind of play, set, and forget, So what's the point of this video? It's already running way too long. I don't know what B-roll I'm going to use. Maybe Subnautica. Anyway, the point is AI is here to stay. Hating it and calling it evil, in my opinion, is just your cope. Unless you're someone who draws everything with pencil and paper and uploads it without immediately asking for commissions, I don't fully believe you're outraged. I don't think you're mad at the AI. I think you're mad that someone used AI or could use AI instead of paying you for your art. I mean, there's just so much AI hate out there that any piece of media with even a drop of AI usage gets slammed as, the one drop rule of AI hatred, although maybe don't call it that. Every game on Steam these days needs to include a disclaimer of sort. No AI art used or AI used in this specific area. And even that draws hate. I mean, side note, if you're entering a contest or going for an art award, then it's not fair to use AI. I get that. But otherwise, I mean, who cares? But Crabtaku... But Kanitaku, for those of you still watching, even though you hate me, what about the jobs lost? The good composers, the good writers, the good artists who aren't like political nut jobs who just kept their head down and worked and are great at their job, but they still got replaced. Yeah, I agree, that sucks, and I hate those big companies for doing that. You're probably right on that, I agree. But it sounds like to me personally, you're more angry at the consumers who chose the AI products than the AI itself. If people are willing to consume AI slop, the producers will keep making it. It's a fraction of the cost, and hey, you know what? It may be slop, but there's a lot of hogs out there, especially in the US. Seriously, we're all so fat. God, AI is going to replace a ton of jobs. What we're seeing now is nothing compared to what's coming. It's absolutely nothing. In my opinion, I mean, in 10 to 15 years, there's going to be 2 jobs left. People who work on the AI and plumbers. And that's scary. In my opinion, it's a long time coming though. Imagine a garbage company. Let's just say garbage company. Now, the real value comes from the people collecting the trash. It's not fair that the CEO and the board, like the CFO and all that, make billions while the ground workers barely scrape by. And I agree with you, that's not fair. But you know what frustrates me just as much? The HR women, the accountants, the office workers making nearly double or more with more benefits than the actual earners actually earn. At least the executives make decisions and supposedly, I guess, build the company, even if they suck at it and they get paid way too much. HR just makes things way worse. And y'all know this if you've worked for a company. Tell me about safety without telling me, you know what I mean. Those are exactly the kinds of roles that will get replaced first, and thank God. I will accept a dystopian hellhole if it means HR workers get laid off. Oh my God. But don't even get me started. I can't. Oh my God. Anyway, don't get me started on the localizers either. Give me AI slop over their scaly asses any day. At least AI is just bad at translating. It doesn't deliberately sabotage it. So honestly, this video is all over the place. What's my actual point? The best artists I see online aren't afraid of AI, and they don't waste their time complaining about it. They learn to accept it or learn to work with it, not necessarily in opposition to it. If people want to commission them, great. If not, oh well. They just create. They have a passion for creating. They're not whining that people chose AI over them. They keep their heads down and work. Now, I'm in this category, but as a video creator. Yeah, AI slop gets in the way. Every AI generated video makes mine a little less valuable, you know, kind of like inflation. But I never set out to be a million sub channel in the first place, and I know I never will. I keep my head down, adapt, and keep going. I learn what works and what doesn't work. Hey, kind of like an AI. But anyway, as many people complain about AI, just as many upload the same level of content day after day after day for years without improving, changing, or adapting. And I'm sorry if that's mean, that's just true. You've seen them out there. People that have less than 500 subs and put a video out every single day for the past 8 years. You know what I mean? So there's 2 reasons for this. Either they refuse to learn and just think that one day they'll make it, or they just don't care. They like making videos even to an empty audience, basically, because they want to do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I encourage you to follow your passions online. I don't really like that you're mucking up the algorithm, but I mean, I'm not trying to be like supremacist here. I mean, go for it. I recommend you increase your quality, but me da igual. Personally, I think my content is slop. It's dumb, it's bad editing, I just use a lot of video game music. But if you compare my videos today to a year ago when I started on the main channel, you can't tell me the quality has not improved. Even just a little, it's improved, and you have to admit that. I'll never be a Wendigoon, a Markiplier, Mr. Beast, Jacksepticeye, you name it. I'm making videos for maybe 50 loyal viewers, and the rest just kind of come and go, if I make a Pokemon video or a School Days video, you know what I mean? Trust me, if I wanted the money or the subs, I wouldn't make a video like this. I wouldn't make any anime videos. I'd pump out more Pokemon content. I mean, look at my channel now. The Pokemon Coliseum Iceberg video I made has made me, I don't know if I should say this, has made me more than double of every other video I've made combined. That's not because of views, it's because of like the algorithm and such, but combined. Nothing else even comes close, except for the School Days Iceberg. But I don't want to just make a bunch of Pokemon content. Not that I hate Pokemon content. I just don't want to churn out content just to get views. I mean, maybe I should because I'm poor, but I'd rather make videos I want to make. That was the goal of my channel. But I mean, everyone has a price, so who knows? You might see me making a top 10 bug Pokemon list here soon. You know what I mean? But I put videos out that suck, and most people don't care. Most people just click on a video like this, they watch it for 30 seconds, they lose their attention, and then they click off, And plenty of people are loyal and love me no matter what I do. Plenty of people are going to hate me forever now that I've made this video. But, frankly, I don't care. I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're supporting me. I want nothing but the best for you. I don't deserve your viewership. But honestly, I'm doing this for me. If I changed for my audience, it never ends. And before you know it, I'm canceled. You know what I mean? But I'm doing it because I like to make videos. I like to talk. So let me ask you, what are you doing for you? Are you making art? Are you trying to be the best you can be? Are you learning, adapting? Or are you just going to let that mean old AI stop you? Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the main channel and yeah, I'll see you later. And seriously, y'all, I know it was mean, but it was kind of funny, right? Kinda. I love you all. Take care.